Richard Matengu, the union representative, said that the Zambezi Shell manager Valerie Bothmer was unwilling to discuss salaries and overtime payments, which the union representatives inquired about on behalf of employees.
The employer or the manager just started to be aggressive to us, and he chased us out of the office while we do have a recognition agreement which allows us to enter the building with appointment.
He adds that the company recently dismissed 3 employees, including the shop steward Nikki Lopalezwi, claiming he was released for helping a customer in a manner management felt constituted a breach of company rules.
Imagine to fuel up a 5-liter container for a car which was just standing 100 meters there for their client who's supporting them every day. To them it's an issue. And it's a normal practice that if you have got a 5-liter, whereby that noble of the tank can enter into any container, you can do it in exception of a small container where that noble cannot go in, so that petrol can go down. But in that case of him, it's a 5-liter container, no petrol, and there is a tank which is authorized for emergency to fuel in the containers and so on, because it has got the acid cable and so on, how they were explaining. And that is the tank which he used. From there, it's just a disciplinary hearing, and then Ikaba is not carrying a lawful instruction from the supervisor and so on. How do we save our customer in terms of emergency?
Lopalezwi was dismissed after assisting a senior citizen whose car ran out of petrol a few meters away. He says warnings and dismissals are constant threats under management.
Whenever we are called for hearing, they don't allow us to come with a representative. So they would want you to represent yourself. And whereby at the end, you will be given a final warning for 1 year.
Other complaints raised include ignoring workers' requests for new uniforms and a recent cut in half of their previous $300 taxi allowance. The latter development, the workers say, has forced many to resort to working to work instead. Josephine Ciseho has been with the company for over a year and says the matters raised were evident from the first day. She claims that even when working overtime for a whole month, there is no change in their income.
Sometimes you will see it going down. That's why we are confused, because we do not know how it works or what goes on. And that's why we want them to explain to us clearly how they calculate.
Reached for comment, manager Valerie Bothmer, who was on the premises at the time, refused to give any comment regarding the accusations. Juliet Sveso, NBC News, Katima Mulilo.